Hello, welcome to Ideas of a Madman, episode 2. I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your guest star, Nathan.
So, for today's episode, we're going to be, expanding, trying different things, so to speak. That's why also that Nate is here. I want to touch on a few things. Today's episode is going to be roughly 30 minutes or so. It also depends on how much I feel like editing today. With that said, Nate, tell the audience how old you are.
I'm 19.
All right. So he's 19. I'm 23. And yeah. So first and foremost, what I want to start off by touching on today is, okay, so what do you feel about relationships? Or like what is the best way to get over a relationship?
Get over a relationship?
Or break up, I should say.
I mean, depending on how long it was, it's after time and keep it moving. It's all about confidence and realizing that, okay, it's over. You gotta move on. I don't know. I'm a little bit different because I'm not one to hold on to things. I don't hold on to emotions very well. I walk away, I pack my bags, and I'm out the door very quickly.
Okay. So when it comes to getting over a relationship, maybe I'm a bad example for this too, because I am also quick to deuce the fuck out or just say forget it entirely, because it's sad to say, but I'm used to people leaving. I'm used to people not sticking around. So if it's a relationship that I'm in and a person, or like it just doesn't work out, then okay, on to the next.
I'm just used to people growing apart. I mean, shit happens. Life goes on. I'm not going to stop moving or stop doing what I need to do just because you're not in my life. Because to be honest, I was still moving before you were in it. So what's the difference now?
True.
Some people aren't meant for forever. You just got to realize that the ones that are meant to fight for aren't just abandoning you, aren't just leaving you. You know what I mean? The ones that are meant to fight for, there will be a reason, there will be a time to come. So that's how I see about it.
So in my personal opinion, when it comes to quantifying a healthy relationship, no matter friend, family, relationship, you need, first and foremost, a guideline of trust in each other, trust in that person isn't doing anything to be a detriment to you. That's first and foremost. You need honesty with each other. Honesty and trust go hand in hand. For any solid relationship, like I said, whether it be family, friends, or relationship with a significant other, you need a solid foundation as you know each other. You know, not necessarily ins and outs of that person through and through, but you know that person. Your opinion on that? What quantifies a healthy relationship?
I mean, the way I see it is I'm not going to be with someone who is about that cheating stuff because honestly, I think that shit is childish. You should be above that because I'm not looking for just a hookup. So you shouldn't be either, if I'm being honest. And when it comes to trust, my form of trust is I'm trusting you to have my back and your back because I'm going to have my back and your back. Do you know what I mean? I believe in that 50-50 rule, but if it ever has to be 80-20, one of us has to pick up the slack, and that's what it is. A lot of people are not willing to pick up the slack. They feel like it's not worth their time. That's why most in my opinion, most relationships end because people aren't willing to pick up the other person's slack. Some
At the
people
same
slack too
time,
much.
at the same time, a lot of people, a relationship in general, each person should be giving their 110%. No matter what situation it calls for, but each person should be giving 110%. If you're not getting that 110% from your significant other, your family, your friends, then why are you letting that be a part of you?
That's completely fair. Completely fair statement. I'm a realist though. I look at real numbers. Stuff doesn't go past 100%. 100% is supposed to be full, complete.
And
That's what
that's
that is in my standards. That's just what I mean. My 100% means you are doing everything in your power, which is what you in your head feels is 110% going that beyond and above.
mhm,
Going beyond and above for a person should be a basic standard, not above the standard.
true. So we took a short intermission just because I wanted to check TikTok. Because there was a video I saw that gave me an idea, basically. Um, Essentially, we all have shower thoughts, every single person. Some of them are weird, some of them are just out of the box. Well, this one that I saw said that your calculator history is probably worse than your browser history. And I'm not saying I'm some weird person, I'm just stupid. Um, so my calculator history isn't too bad, but when you have different things like, 61 minus 40, it kind of a little slow. But speaking on the shower thoughts topic, what's one of your shower thoughts? He's also kind of slow.
How is 61 minus 40? That's not easy math. Addition is easy math. Subtraction makes it a little bit harder. I mean, I'll give you a point for that one. Um, Shower thoughts? Geez, I don't know. I wouldn't say I have too many. Like, I'm really bobbing out to some music. Like, Ella May's been going crazy lately. So she had me hooked. Like,
LA Mom.
it's MAI, isn't it May? Is that Ella May?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Everybody has shower thoughts. I know you got one. Okay. We're gonna rephrase this for your case. Instead of shower thoughts, what are your out of the box thoughts, quote unquote?
Out of the box thoughts.
What are your out of the box thoughts?
I think. Well, I think a lot about different ways that religion was created. Okay, like who was the first person that was like, oh, I heard this spiritual being. It has to be a god talking to me. And so, if you look back in research, it's all dated back to different psychedelics. And one of the first cults uh, or people to believe and practice rituals in a religious way. They took and ate a whole bunch of mushrooms, and they believed in a form of Christianity that was all about sex.
Hmm.
And so then I think about priests and altar boys, and it just makes sense. It's just
They're
all
sticking
full,
to the religion.
It's just all full circle, honestly.
Oh, that's gross. That's disgusting. Yeah, I can't say I've definitely like thought about the different religions and whatnot, and I have my own thought process to it, but like, no. No. So, in the grand scheme of things, you are the main character of your story. Like, yes, we're all living our own separate lives, but you are the main character.
Some of them niggas is really background characters, though.
That's background characters to your life. But with that said, there's a quote that I saw a while ago, but essentially it said, if you're so focused on hating on another person, you're making that person the main character of your life. And I think that speaks volumes. For what reason do you have to hate on another person? They're striving, they're doing their own thing, they're living their main character life. Why aren't you living your own main character life? Why are you letting their actions define what you're doing?
Because people will do what people do, and I'm gonna be honest, like some people just have hatred. Some people run on that. Some people run on hatred the same way you and me run on happiness. That is what our end goal is. For most people, not most, I can't say that for most, but for a lot of people, the end goal in life is just to find happiness. Some people don't see that. Some people only see red like a bull. Like everyone is just waving that red flag in front of them. And you can call it not a disease of the mind, but maybe a disease of the heart.
I would say it's a dysfunction.
But it's not.
It's not a diagnosable thing, but
Right.
it's
That's
still a
not in the head.
dysfunction. I would still say like it's still can be considered a mental problem. Because you have these people that are so focused on others that they're not making any progress with themselves.
I just think it's a problem, let alone a mental problem. I don't think it's fair to just dwindle it down to that, because then you're just throwing more things under a big umbrella, and that's how things get complicated. You know what I mean?
Kids should have been bullied more in school nowadays, but that's just a side note, in my opinion.
The kids can't handle bullies because the bullied kids made kids snowflakes.
No. There is not enough bullying. Now we derailed entirely, but there is not enough bullying now. You got all these associated people that are associated with different things because they weren't bullied enough.
Okay, but bullying is different these days.
It's
Back
not
in
even
the
bullying.
day,
It's just cyberbullying, or I'll leak your nudes.
no, dude. Bullying back in the day was some like push a kid into a locker, but keep it moving. You know what I mean? We all got things to do, okay? But nowadays, it's different.
It's all cyber attack type stuff.
It's beyond that, because
cancel culture.
There are physical bullies as well. You
rarely see those anymore.
Yeah, but they're the worst kind nowadays.
Because it's school shooter actuals.
School shooter makers.
Hmm.
Like they're the problem. Like there are some people out there that are just fucking menaces. And it's beyond being a menace. It's just being a terrible fucking person. But where it starts at home.
Yeah, and that's a whole different topic that we're not even going to touch on today. Okay, this isn't my question at all. What is the most sexual food?
Strawberries.
What? Why a strawberry? What?
Because the way you got to eat it.
You just put the strawberry in your mouth.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about the way you got to eat it. Think about the way your lips wrap around it when you eat it. It's just not right. And like they shape weird. Shaped all kinds of butt lookalikes. And then there's chocolate too. Chocolate's like second most sexual food. So when you put chocolate on top of strawberries, then what? That's orgasmic food. It can't be a type of meat that's too obvious. It's not a bagel. That's retarded. So then, what? It's not a hot dog. That's weird.
Like I would argue, like, just because they've been sexualized so much, like cucumbers, carrots, like bananas, stuff like that. Like,
notice how you just named all things that are just lookalikes for penises. Now, I'm talking about the most sexual fruit. Food. Sorry, food. Think about a frozen tart strawberry covered in chocolate, right? The chocolate's frozen too. So when you bite into it, it all crumbles and it's sour. It's a lot to think about.
I'm,
But that's what it is, man.
I haven't. Okay.
You ever eat a strawberry aggressively? No. Because that's not the way you eat strawberries. You eat them with love and passion. Because that's how you eat strawberries.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Bam.
All right, so mainly because I don't feel like editing a whole lot today, this is going to be the last segment of the podcast for today. Um, so we touched on quite a bit of different things, different random things, strawberries. Um, and I want to go back to a little serious. I mean, it's probably going to derail, but all right, enough rambling. So, when it comes to paving the way for your own future, how far are you willing to go? What is your limit to fulfilling your goals?
I have simple goals. Okay. I don't need millions. I don't need riches. I don't need to be some famous person. I don't need to be the top of nothing. Okay. But my one goal is to be happy, live a happy life, and make the people around me happy. And to do that, I do need enough money to be able to support them. That's fine. So the way I see it is I'm willing to break my back as far as it needs to be broken to believe and to uplift the people around me to do better. I'm that type of person. I'm a motivator. I'm a go getter when it means to going and getting for other people. That's what's easiest for me, and so I'm gonna find a way to do that and still prosper in my own way. I do things for myself, but doing things for other people comes easier.
So, would you argue that you're a people pleaser?
If you want to put it in layman's terms, sure.
Do you know how detrimental being a people pleaser can be to yourself and your mental health in the long run?
That is why I'm saying I'm gonna find a way to do what I want to do, but in a way that helps the people around me, whether they're here or not. You see what I mean? I'm always looking towards the future with every step I'm making right now. So when the other pieces of my puzzle fall into place, because they will, then I ain't got nothing else to worry about. I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
So, would you say that you're taking those steps to move forward towards that?
Always.
Okay. So, what is your goal right now? Give me like a list of 5 goals that you have right now.
Well, I gotta finish and get my first certification to become a personal trainer. Then definitely, well, no, that's just one of the goals, not in order in any way. Another goal is to just get a better job for the meantime. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, even right away when I become a personal trainer, I'm not going to have enough clients to just support myself off of that
Mm-hmm.
right away. So I just need a better paying job for the meanwhile. Then, hmm, then after that, it would probably be just start catching up on a few things, because of past decisions and stuff like that. Like, got stuff to pay off. I got a few things I need to catch up on, but I'm not that far behind. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still young and I got time. So I'm really not worried. I'm not worried about too much. I'm leaving a lot up to chance, but at the same time, I'm doing a lot of what's in my own power to do. Not everything. Not doing everything. Can't say I am, but I'm doing a lot.
Okay. So we're gonna cut it off right there. Um, that's the end of today's episode. I don't know who's exactly going to be here next week or who's going to be recording it. Of course, I will be here. Um, we might have another guest. Might just be Nate. Might be. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. That was Ideas of a Madman, episode 2. Peace out.